Welcome back and welcome home. Welcome home, rock star seeds. We're going to do a little bit of a check-in today. This is Mother's Day 2024. Lots of solar flares, lots of energy shifting. It's just different. So that's going to remain and continue. I remember years and years and years ago where the light work that I was learning and working in, we were talking about these days and the different cycles that it goes through, humanity, the consciousness that goes through different cycles, and we pull out some of that darker level stuff and some of those phantom realms that grab onto us and have affected all of us. We're beginning in the beginning stages of some of the really big shutdown energies for those phantom realms and black hole systems that were going on. And so I'm feeling a lot of that, the remnants or the reverb, we could say, and a lot of the energies that all of us carry in different ways, and it shows up in different ways for everybody. But it's really cool and feels so clean and good, and many of you have been really born to go to certain places or be present and hold space, hold energy in different places in some of the hardest conditions on earth, and have done very well because all of those pieces are breaking down of the old matrix, and the new foundations are being built, and we're seeing a lot of that, and hopefully feeling a lot of that motherly, nurturing, nourishing love. So there's such beauty in this world, and as the Hopi have told us about the beauty walk, seeing the light and things being on the beauty walk, I think all of us are sort of awakening to those pieces in ourselves and remembering the beauty part of God, source creator, in our surroundings, and watching the old crumble, the tainted, the inverted, the dark pieces be dragged out, sometimes kicking and screaming from our reality and our life circumstances, the bigger picture, our own personal lives, our own energy fields. Every single person in humanity that's ever been alive has been affected by some of these darker, lower energies, and this is the big, as I like to say, the big kahuna lately, as far as humanity is seen, and some of those pieces are being stripped out. There is resistance. There is a deep holding onto old belief systems. And when I mean old belief systems, it means the separation or competition or misuses of powers, and the powers that were, that I like to call booty noodles. Well, that's enough about that. But, what we came here for is this energetic shift and awakening and awakening and awakening on every level of who we are. And I'm feeling a big force, and always on any holidays where all of us and our families and friends, experiences, we've lost mothers and daughters and sons and grandmothers, and so it's, sometimes holidays have a little piece of grief and attached to them, attached to all of us, little pieces of hurt or wounds that we have sometimes bubble up in those time periods of holidays, and we wonder, what's going on? What in the noodles is going on? And yet there's such glorious good and shifting. It's shifting our energy fields. And some of I've been studying and working on energy frequency healing for good 25 years, but especially in the last few years, I'm working with the Tesla systems and going back through all the healing modalities and taking extra classes and practicing extra. And I know many of you have as well in this time period, in this the end of May and into June 2024, many of you will be feeling your extra calling inside your truth, to your light work, to your truth and your direction, and where you're supposed to be, how you can help others in that true calling of service to others in your heart. And with that, sometimes there are gifts, blessings, new blossoming abilities and talents, and just knowing sometimes, what you're supposed to do. And I think a lot of you are probably like me. I know what I'm supposed to do, and have sometimes been quiet during my days of being targeted and having weirdos harass me and threaten me and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh good, someone else can do that, hold up space in those times while I do my healing, my inner work, my shadow work. Look at the shadow over the mountains right now. Coming at you from Sedona, Arizona, home of all homes, for me at least. And these energies are bringing forth the bandwidth layers, the rainbow bridge here on earth for us in physical form, so that we can build foundations and follow our calling without as much interference or booty noodles, as I like to say, gaslighting and trying to cause traumas and suffering and losses and whatever that they do to the light beings, the chosen, the divine, the earth angels, the starseeds, the indigos, all those words that we use. And for many, many, many years, and I have been seeing and knowing inside that part of all of us, the light workers, calling is to rebuild not the same template, but rebuild the templates that were broken, tainted, fallen, inverted, destroyed the most, like Atlantis and Lemuria and Avalon. But that's in us as well. Perhaps some of the Egyptian times, or thousands and thousands of years ago. And I just was listening to a video as I was driving to go to breakfast and have like a really good Mother's Day celebration here in Sedona, being out in the nature. And you know how I like to talk to God in the nature, the open, without any electronics, without any interference, without anything that can possibly kick in and try to grasp onto my systems and delay or interfere. And I was listening, and she said, Tesla, some of those, Tesla is by far one of the greatest inventors of especially our time, but probably all times. And he always had that channeled energy of understanding how things work to the next level. And she was talking about plasma, and it's all in the frequency, or shifting our plasma fields personally, and in layers of the earth, the plasma fields, which I have always called energetic structures around us. And she was saying how much of the Tesla inventions of the past were not only taken from him, stolen, stomped on, lied about, but used for very nefarious reasons. And so those things are sort of being shut down. And we know that things like CERN and HARP and the industrial complex behaviors have been rampant, trying to slow us down and delay everything and stop stuff, but it can't. And the frequencies are coming into that rainbow bridge, or pure wholeness, Christ energy, Christos. And that's what I've been working with the Tesla Scalar field energy over the last 2 years. And I got to have a lot of help learning from my Sedona BFF that I haven't seen for a long time, with energy, vibrational frequency, GANs, plasma, technologies, and things that we are going to learn about. And so I've been really, really working on all of that over the last years, and studying and practicing and learning things new. And I have one person that I've been practicing with, and they always say, do this, please present this. This is miraculous healing. And some people would call it sort of direction toward medbed energy, healing and advancement in our truth, our humanity's understanding and truth. It's like evolution. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I always have some excuse, like, well, I'll do that later. I don't have enough money, or whatever it is. And yes, I do, and yes, I did. And so that I get to do a little bit of journaling about the Scalar practices and things that I have been really, really working diligently on, and following my calling in, and listening to God, Source, Creator, and watching that Christed energy, the divinity in all of us, especially that I've been working with, practicing with, expand in their own truth, their own true divinity. And so I'll get to share some of that with you guys later. And the plasma fields are just awakening to the Christed energy in us. And that means connection to our intuitions, our knowing our truth and the truth of what should be and is balanced divine order in our world, and the big pictures and the small pictures, and all the pictures in between. And so that's joyous to my heart, and it comes in a nourishing, beautiful time of Mother's Day. So we had a little retreat, and I was practicing in retreats and tours and all kinds of stuff last week, and we were kind of doing some shopping, because if you come to Sedona, you have to just see some cool shops and just the beauty all around. Again, on that beauty walk, we were on the beauty walk, and I strongly felt Mom. I've been feeling her a little bit extra. So my mom is crossed over 10 years now, and so I think about her a lot, and being, psychic medium for all these years since I was a wee one. I don't talk to, my people that have crossed over all day, every day. That would be mentally ill. And so I don't feel her that much. It's not that we don't want to, but there were blocks and interferences and things like that, and generational patterns and curses to be removed and healing to be done. And I've always had a peace about her passing, but I miss her a lot, and she was in many, many ways my greatest teacher and cheerleader, even though she was a tough lady sometimes. It makes me giggle a lot. So I felt her, and we went into this beautiful shop in Sedona that I had never been in before. And right there was Mom's favorite perfume. And right there was another sign, and another sign, and another sign, and another sign. And I could just literally smell her, feel her, and hear her. And it was so nourishing to my soul. And, in some way, no matter how we would say it or perceive it, all of us could really use some motherly love and some hugs and someone to care for us. And I felt it so profoundly this trip. And I'm not really gung-ho down with my home origins, as much destruction and grossness that went on toward me there. So I don't really go there, not really that interested, but always can feel Mom and the love. And I kept hearing, stop and smell the roses, in every single step and place that I've gone, and including first thing this morning when I went out to go get breakfast and go be in the beauty there were roses, beautiful roses, rose bushes, and so for about 2 weeks it's just been inundating with that. And that can, sometimes also be a sign of Mother Mary or the Divine Mother or Mother Earth energy. The roses or smell of roses can be synonymous with the Divine Mother. And I'm feeling that Mother energy stand up, the divinity of Mom, mothers, the holy, precious, Divine Mother, standing up and saying, it's enough of, those dark ages that squished down the mother and everything and everyone, and disrespected people and women and young people, and so I'm feeling that Divine Mother stand up and be very powerful in bringing nourishment and love across the globe to all of us living in those bandwidth layers of spirit, and realigning us in that true calm and peace inside. And in that, there's been a real realignment, recalibration of some of those energies and some of those templates that we have been really deeply working on in the grid work of the earth, in history, in the Akash, in our own personal systems, in our mind, body, spirit, soul, and forms. And there's realignment and recalibration and a stability in that 5D and higher, if we can say it that way, foundation that involves, like, part of the unity consciousness involves not only worthiness and love, higher love, but nurturing and support and nourishment and safety and comfort and warmth and protection. And so I'm feeling a lot of that energy in these solar flare times and in these just last days of shifting and time shifting and things like that, coming for us, almost like saying hi to our own energy fields and saying, hi, can I support you? Can I stand with you? Can I walk with you? Can I be awakened in you? And so I'm feeling that the Divine Mother in the earth and each one of our systems is saying hello in new ways and bringing us into stability and balance in the new earth. And many of you, I know, are prepared for healing and helping with your light works, whatever it may be, your light languages, your seeing and visionary gifts and talents and abilities, and especially healing. And a lot of those are grains or seeds that have been planted of healing, like true healing for all of us, come in different forms and modalities. And all of those modalities and forms are being cleansed and cleared and strengthened. So we've got the Reikis and the shamanism and the knowing and the seeing visionary abilities, and as Jesus said, someday you will perform greater miracles than I, and you will move mountains, and you will cast out demons and heal. And I think that all of us are awakening to those pieces in ourselves, and we do it differently. We'll be called to do it differently. And that's always been why there's no competition, but there is a lot of support, because some of the people around us really are strong in different ways in their light work and their teaching and what we could call ministry or uplift or healing abilities. And I just think it's just a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to hear inside of my heart, that people are awakening and no longer trying to hurt each other or step on each other, trying to steal or swap I know there's destinies or abilities or harm others so that they can have power. And yes, that still goes on. And yes, there will be more cycles where we cleanse and clear and stop more of that. But I am seeing God has stepped in, like Source. Christ has stepped in and is saying, hello, open up your eyes. May I stand and walk with you here on earth. Quit being scrappy and calm down. Stay in your own lane. If you want to move some mountains, you better focus on your own mountains and not other people's and what you perceive on other people's. And so there's a big wave of prejudices, judgments, curses, strongholds that are being released, and that nourishment and nurturing and that true higher love is coming in different ways. So hang on, everybody. Hang on. Keep pushing through and keep asking yourself, what does that golden rule mean? What are the laws of this universe that we've been told multitudes of times? And how can I choose that to walk in integrity and honor and respect and compassion and love for myself and others every day and in this moment? How can I do that? And you'll just see everything change, and we can never go back. Once you learn this, step by step, as we keep awakening further in that higher love and that divine nourishment, nurturing, support, protection, really strong protective energy that's not creepy or mean or bullying or anything. It's just protective, motherly love. And it's almost warming to the heart and heart opening and chakra aligning energy just by being alive at this time. And in spirit, I'm hearing loved ones in spirit saying we are also receiving it. It's just that the people in physical form, it's almost like activated, and it goes through the generations in spirit, those who've walked before us, known and unknown. And it brings a clear connection back to our true origin source, like image of God templates personally, each one of us. And so you'll be remembering your Christ, your magic, your truth, your alchemy, whatever words you use, that synonymously means Christ. And it's really a joyous time to move through the tears and the remembrance of the mistakes that we've made, or things that we have yearned for, like love and harmonious relationships and connections. But we move through it and have a lot of gratitude for all of it, and recognize that we have all of that with us. And we can be those things in our everyday activities and lives and relationships. And so that's a really big blessing. And I hope everybody everywhere across the earth, whether they are having Mother's Day or they don't have that holiday in their time and space, or they're not into it, or they are, feels that higher love and that motherly divine energy awakening in their own divinity. So welcome home, chosen ones. Welcome home, starseeds. Welcome home, humanity. On the next level, I'm really, really excited for all of us. And I send out big hugs and smooches and blessings and that pure divine crested energy. And I'll just ask you, if you want to, just remember that there could be some downloads and some codes coming in for everybody everywhere in the next hours, days, weeks, months, that'll help you remember some of this divine Christed mother higher love energy in you and your circumstances in the next days, weeks, months, and hours. So thank you all for being you. Thank you for going through everything you've gone through. Thank you for the good and the bad days. And thank you for making a difference here in this earth, in this earth school, this that I don't love to say earth school, but thank you for being, profoundly important and irreplaceable in this earth realm as we step forward and walk together hand in hand, whether we know each other or not, into that new earth energy. So thank you. And again, big love.